Vamos a grabar y ya está. So I'm going to put my little extra padding blanket right here in the center. So I did a lot of gardening this morning, and I always find it's nice to go the other way. Instead of being head down, get the feet up. So vamos a empezar así. So we'll begin like this. So I'm going to come have my sits bones at the edge of this blanket, and then just slowly, slowly, slowly lower myself down. This is my right side. El lado derecho. Good. All right, so from here, go ahead, pull your knees in over your chest, and I want you to do some just tiny little micro movements of your legs. So imagine your legs are glued together, and you're just letting your back kind of sweep side to side, feeling a little massage around your sacrum tailbone area, letting your hips get a little stretch. Good. So let's take a pause here, and just your right leg by itself, let it circle a few times in the hip socket. And then you can let it circle a few times the other way. Good, and now the left leg inside the hip socket circles just a few times. And while you're doing this, really feel the front of the ribs, the belly is beginning to stabilize with these muscles in the center. Let's cambiamos la dirección. You're going to change the direction. Very nice. So now from here, take your 2 feet to the floor, take your 2 arms up, and then let's exhale and return back to that starting position. So the feet are going to lightly come down towards the floor, and then you'll exhale, bring your arms to your sides. We'll try this a few times. Exhaling to lift. Good. And then let's pause and let the feet come down into the floor. And then you're going to push your pelvis all the way up in the air and let the arms come into your sides, let the shoulder blades onto the back. And then we're going to slowly lower that down. So vamos a hacerlo. Let's do it again. Otra vez. Good. Muy bien. And then we'll inhale, inspirando. Exhale, lifting, lifting, lifting. Let's try that one more time. Inhale and exhale. Hold this little lift here, pushing your shoulder blades all the way in, and feel for a second now the center of your heels, el centro de los talones. You want to feel that whole line from the heel, up the calves, through the knees, into the sits bones. So the backs of the legs are firming, connected, strong. Very nice. And then let's pull your belly in nice and deep, and then exhale, bring your 2 knees up. So now tap your right and then your left into the floor. So when the legs separate, you should feel from the front of the ribs to the navel, firming in the belly. So these muscles are connected. Very nice. And then from here, pause, stretch, reach your 2 arms up, bring your hands, las manos detrás de la cabeza, entrelazada. Good. And then you're going to lift your head up from the floor. Take your gaze to your belly button and exhale, just lightly pulse. So every time you lift the head, feel your belly button, your umbiligo pull down, and your shoulder blades lift slightly. So you're just tuning up your muscle focus here, knowing the belly is the thing that is going to hold the weight of your head. Your tailbone's dropping down, your center staying strong. Good. So now from here, pause, lower the head for a moment. Take your 2 arms up. Let's reach your right arm alongside the ear and the left leg out, and then the left arm and the right leg out. So you're going to alternate el brazo derecho con la pierna izquierda, and now your brazo izquierdo con la pierna derecha. So you're just going to alternate here. And again, feel the zipper strength. So from the navel into the hips, you want to feel that the belly firms, pulls down slightly as your limbs reach away from the body. Very, very nice. Good. So now let's take 2 arms, 2 legs, dos brazos, dos piernas, afuera y adentro, afuera y adentro. Good. Afuera y adentro, afuera y adentro. Hold the adentro here. And then with your right arm, let's reach it up. So I want you to do a little zippering, a little scissoring action with your arms also. Feeling one, reach alongside the ear as the other arm arcs down toward your hips. Very nice. And now we're going to take that same thing, but you're going to stretch and reach your legs away from you. And then once again, just creating that little scissor action through your arms as the legs stretch and reach away. Good. Pause now. 2 arms up, 2 legs up, and then you're going to lift them together and lower. Dos brazos, dos piernas afuera y arriba. Afuera y arriba. Afuera y arriba. Good. So now you're going to hold the legs up. And then again, manos, los dedos entrelazados detrás de la cabeza. You're going to take your hands interlaced, fingers interlaced behind your head. Now exhale, remember, belly pulls in and down as your head and chest lift. And then from here, a light little pulse, allowing your rib cage to pull in, these muscles taking the weight of the head every time you lift. Good. So now let's take a little pause, release your head back down, open your arms into a T shape, then let the legs sweep over to I'm going to my right, la derecha, and then pull back to your center, and then your legs over to your izquierda. Good. So we're going to go a la derecha y arriba, a la izquierda y arriba, a la derecha y arriba, a la izquierda. Good. So now hold your legs to the right, and then the bottom leg, your pierna derecha, is going to go down and up. Arriba, abajo, arriba, abajo, arriba, abajo, arriba, abajo. Muy bien. Sweeping your legs a la izquierda. The bottom leg goes down and up. Arriba, abajo, arriba, abajo, arriba, abajo, arriba, abajo, arriba, abajo. Good. 2 legs up, 2 arms up. And now your right arm and left leg are going to circle away from the midline. Bueno, afuera, afuera. And then they're going to circle in. Adentro, adentro. Good. So now you're going to do left arm, right leg. Circulando afuera, afuera. And then adentro, adentro. Good. So now let's do 2 arms, 2 legs. Afuera, afuera. Y adentro, adentro. Good. Let's try that again. Out. Afuera, afuera. Y adentro, adentro. Good. Bending your knees. Place your feet on the floor. Pull your belly button in. Lift your hips. Lift your pelvis. Now from here, just lightly push the heels down and lift the pelvis. La pelvis arriba. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. So now lift your right heel. Talón derecho. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now your talón izquierdo, your left heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And now the ball of your right foot is going to lift and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ball of the left foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now 2 heels, down and up. 5, 4, 3. Really feeling the firming work. Back of the legs. 2, 1. And now the balls of your left feet. 5, both feet. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now balls to heels for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Push the feet all the way down. Lift the pelvis all the way up one more time. This time, squeeze. Pull your fingers interlace. Los dedos entrelazados juntos. And now you're going to pull your brazos un poco más juntos y el pecho un poco más abierto. So the arms pulling together, squeezes, opens, lifts the chest, pushing your feet into the floor. Feel your knees parallel, las rodillas paralelas. Good, and now from here, let's exhale, release all of that. Hands once again behind the head. Inhale, take a breath. Exhale, lift your head and chest. Take your right knee over your hip and then stretch it out, up, now down and in. Stretch it out and up, now down and in. Stretch it out and up. Hold the up from your belly. Pulse 5. Again, navel in, shoulder blades up. And that's always the energy system. Make sure you can see your belly. Now rotate your ribs to the right. And then same thing, you're gonna lightly pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Moving back to your center. Let's exhale, change the leg. So now the left leg is gonna go out, up, down, and in. Afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro, afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro, afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro. This time hold the arriba. And now same thing from your belly right here. Pulsing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now to the left, a la izquierda, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A la derecha, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Muy bien. From here, bend the knee, release the head. Arms back to your sides. Stretch your right leg up in the air. And then you're going to exhale, lift the pelvis up to 3. Now take it down to 3. Let's lift up to 3 and take it down to 3. Let's lift up to 3. Take it down to 3. This time we're going to hold the lift up. And from here, lower the leg and exhale, allow it to lift. Just take 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now pause from your sitting bones, lifting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Doblando la rodilla. You're going to bend the knee, put the foot on the floor. Subimos la pelvis otra vez. And then from here, las costillas abajo, abajo, abajo. And now you're going to let the left leg come up. Y empujamos. You're going to push through your talón derecho. Push through the heel to lift the pelvis up to 3, down to 3. Arriba, 2, 3. Y abajo, 2, 1. Arriba, 2, 3. Y abajo, 2, 1. Arriba, 2, 3. Y abajo, 2, 1. Arriba, 2, 3. Holding here, pointing the toe, letting the leg lift and lower. We'll go abajo y arriba. 5 y 4 y 3 y 2 y 1. Good. And now from the sitting bones, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale, bending the knee, placing the foot back down on the floor. Exhale, releasing the pelvis. Bring your knees over your chest. A little rocking of your back. And we'll go one way with the knees, just letting that all release. And the opposite direction. Now for a moment, take your hands behind your thighs. And you're going to exhale, lift your head and chest up. Good. And then from there, push your hands into the thighs. And then let the arms come down to your side. Lightly scoop the arms. You'll inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inspiramos y expiramos. Inspiramos y expiramos. Another pause, una pausa. And then you're going to put your hands on your legs. Nos ponemos las manos en las piernas, and then you can take a big stretch of your pelvis up. So right here, and one of the things that becomes very important when you're lifting your pelvis off of the floor, this is in a yoga pose called Supta Paschimottanasana, but you want to feel that you're able to reach your tailbone away from your head as your belly scoops in. So now what's happening are the backs of the legs are getting stretched by gravity, by that Energy of the tailbone reaching away from the head, the belly pulling in. Good. So if you want to make this into more of a rollover, you can try that a few times. You can also just play with the idea of the navel pulling in, and that allows you to take any amount of the back off of the floor that feels therapeutic, that feels good. All right, cross your two ankles for a moment. Take your hands to your ankles. Good, and then just rock here just a hair. And then you're gonna push your hands here into the ankles. Can you rock to a seated position? Good, we're gonna rock right back down. Change the cross of the legs and see if you can come up into a seated position. Oh, this is fun. Aren't you glad we're doing this? There we go. Down, hold, change the cross, exhale up. Good. Can we do that one more time? You can nod and say yes or say no, 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 no way. But in any case, just move your neck. And scoop your belly. And change the cross of the legs. And exhale. Find ourselves upright. I'm going to just turn the other way for the sake of my neck. So now this is my left side, mi lado izquierdo is facing the computer. So now inhale, sweep your arms open wide as you stretch over your legs. Exhale, nos sentamos arriba. Good. Estiramos sobre las piernas y ahora nos sentamos arriba. Good. So you're going to stretch out over your legs and exhale, nos sentamos arriba. So that one more time, inhale. When you come out, remember it's your lumbar, you're moving forward. Good. Can you create a little sweep of the arms? Good. And then otra dirección. Can you go the other way? Beautiful. And now from here, we'll sit tall and we're going to roll. So scooping your belly in, see about moving the bones of your back. Los huesos de la espalda al piso. Y vamos a sentarnos arriba otra vez. So we're going to sit up again. So your head, your shoulders, your ribs all come up. Take a moment, do that little zippering of your belly once again. Good. Pause with your right arm up and then just stretch out over that leg. We're going to try over your two legs. So one arm back, one arm forward. Good. Let's change that. So now left arm moves forward, right arm moves back as you stretch out over the legs. Good. All right, so now, once again, you'll take your right arm all the way up, stretching out. Just let your two arms be separated, and then see about scooping the belly in as you lower all the way to the floor. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, and exhale, lift the head. Shoulders, rib cage, lumbar. Muy, muy, muy bien. Cambiamos la posición de los brazos, stretching forward, reaching your right arm back, left arm up. Good. Really moving your lumbar by pulling the belly strong. And now the left arm stays up, the right arm down. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. And here we go. Let's lower down on a 5. On a 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now from here, inhaling once again. Let's exhale. Lift the head, the shoulders, the rib cage, all the way back up into seated position. Take your arms for a moment underneath your shoulders and push and lift. So think about lifting and separating the bones of the chest as you push your hands kind of lightly into the floor. Good. As you're holding here, lift the right leg. Down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Now lift the left leg. Down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lift the right leg, open and close it. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Opposite side. Lift it, open, close. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Take your two arms up, Lift your right leg if you like. Vamos a bajar. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then you'll inhale, take another big breath. Exhale, lift the head, chest, shoulder blades. Very, very nice. Arms up. Left leg. Here we go. Inhale. And exhale, lowering down. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Last time here. Inhale. And exhale, lift the head, shoulders, shoulder blades, rib cage. It's all about your pancita, your little belly, doing the big work. Okay, hands behind your head for a moment. Take a big stretch up. And now take a little stretch forward. Good, right back up. Try that again. Just reach your spine back till you feel your belly muscles connected. And then exhale, sweep out over the legs. Stack the spine all the way up. Inhale, reaching back. And exhale, coming up and over through the legs and all the way back to a seated position. So now from here, sweep the 2 arms up. Walk your 2 knees in. I'm going to take my arm closest to the computer screen behind me and sweep over and onto all fours. Good. So in this all fours position here, everybody first begin by swaying the hips a little bit, side to side. So this should just feel like a gentle stretch. Un estiramiento suave, suave. Good. And now you can kind of make that movement of the hips a half circle, sort of drawing all the way around. Good. And we'll go the other way. Good. And then from here, go ahead, let the forearms come to the mat. I want you to try a little cat-cow in this position with your forearms down. So scooping your belly, getting a big round there. Inhale up and exhale, scoop. Let's do that one more time. Inhale and exhale, scoop. Now with your head down, let it come to rest for a moment on the floor. And you can rock. Vamos a merced el peso de la cabeza adelante y atrás. Good. So I'm getting a little stretch in my neck. My arms are supporting me here, so this shouldn't feel like pressure in my neck at all. Try that just another round. And then if you like, go ahead, bring your hands onto your low back. And we're gonna stretch, reach your tailbone down away from you for a moment. So the tailbone, instead of curling under, is now gonna reach out and back. And then use that energy to take yourself up. Let's try sweeping the arms forward, pulling the belly in, and exhale, coming tall. So you'll sweep forward, pull the belly in, and come tall. Muy bien, otra vez. Eso, eso. Let's try that one more time. Good. Let's bring your hands for a moment back behind you and let the fingertips move up. And think about, once again, opening your chest. Good. Let's exhale. Bring your hips back. Fingertips underneath you. Right leg moves down and up in a bent position. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hold the leg lifted. Move it out and in. We'll go 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Now draw a circle with that leg. 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Other way. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Very nice. Setting that leg down, hips side to side. Now tailbone straight back, arms sweep up, big stretch. Hands can move a little bit further down your back now as maybe you deepen your back bend just a hair. Exhaling, bringing yourself all the way back onto all fours, left knee down and up. The knee stays bent, so you have a right angle between the calf and the thigh. 2 and 1. Now you're going to open and close. Take 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now circle the leg. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1 other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Exhale, setting that leg back down, reaching your weight up. Now this back bend, you can go a little bit deeper. So remember, fingers up, hands on the low back, or reach your hand to your heels if this is feeling like the right back bend for you. Couple breaths. And then exhale, you push with your feet to bring yourself back up. So now you're going to let the arms come, stretch forward. Forearms are back on the mat. Curl your 10 toes underneath you. Lift the hips. Get a good stretch here. Shaking your head no. Nodding it yes. Good, let's lower the knees once again. Walk your 2 hands out and let the hips come down. Ooh, and then let the hips come right back up. So we'll play with this movement just a few times. The hips reaching up, the hips lowering towards the floor. The hips reaching up, the hips lowering down. The hips reaching up, the hips lowering down. So that one more time. Good. So with your hips low, lift your right knee down and up. Just tap 5. La rodilla arriba, abajo. 2, 1. Now your left knee, la rodilla izquierda, down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now your 2 hips are going to come all the way down. Lift open your chest. Stretch your cuello. So you're going to take your cabeza side to side, lado y lado. Very nice. So now let the elbows move wide. Let your hands rest on top of one another. And then we're going to exhale, lift our right leg just down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now open and close the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now once again, circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Exhale, rock your low back. Let the right leg come down. Just a gentle little stretch. Now, abdominales adentro. You're going to pull your belly in. Tailbone towards the heels. Lift the left thigh down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open and close. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hacemos círculos. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 5 y 4 y 3, 2, 1. Muy bien. Lowering that leg. Rock the hips once again. So now, right knee bends. And when you bend the knee, pull the heel towards the sitting bone and pull the thigh bone in just a little. Good. In fact, you could just lift that a few times with that leg bent, pulled in. 3, 2, 1. Good. Releasing the leg. Left knee bends. You'll lift and lower at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale, stretch it out. Now the right knee bends and then the left. So you want to feel firming from the glutes to the hamstrings as the legs move back and in. 5 and 4 y 3 y 2 y
Uno. Muy bien. Your two knees are bent. You're going to rock the hips. Lado y lado otra vez. So just rocking side to side here. Otra vez. Very nice. So now your two legs lift together. Right knee bent. And then the left. So now you're actively lifting the femur bones from the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to pull your left sitting bone towards your right heel. El isquion izquierdo. Bueno, talón izquierdo a la derecha, a la isquion derecha. There you go. Here we go. Taking the opposite heel to sitting bone for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, releasing the two legs. Push with two hands. Lift open your chest. Y bajamos. Subimos. You lift. Y bajamos. Good. We lift. Empujando por las manos. Pushing through your hands. Y abajo. Last time. Subimos. Good. Check your neck. Lado y lado. Girando el cuello. And now your mentón. Arriba y abajo. Good. And then let's try lowering one more time. You're going to sweep your arms back behind you. Start with your palms facing up. And then exhale. Lift the head and chest. So let's come right back down. So you'll squeeze the shoulder blades. Apretamos, apretemos, apretar. I can't remember. I wish Gala was here to remember. You'll have to tell me after class. Bueno, subimos otra vez with your escápula junta. Let's come right back down. This time, hold the lift. Circle the arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Exhale. Now the palms come down and they move out into a T shape. Good. And so from here, once again, your heels down, your tailbone down, your navel in, shoulder blades together, lifting the arms down and up. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Lift everything just a hair higher. Now the arms and head, everything comes down. This time, leave the hands down for a moment. Lift the head and chest, and then take the arms down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Empujamos, pushing up, and now roll towards your back arm. And then we're going to come to balance here for a moment on your left side. So top arm over the ear. And exhale. We're going to lift, pull the arm in, and lift the opposite leg up. And then right back down. So subimos. And then you lower. And then you lift. And then you lower. And then you lift. And then down. And then we'll lift and down. Last time up and down. Now hold the up here from the forearm. I'm going to let the forearm travel over, or the arm bone travel over the ear. Bend the knee, bend the arm. Exhale, extend. Exhale, extend. Exhale, extend. Exhale, extend. Last time, exhale. Extend, hold those limbs up in the air. Try circling just the top leg a couple times. Circle the other way. Good, hold that, and then the top arm circles. And then the other way. Very nice, and then let's exhale, bend the knee. Let the knee come forward, let the top arm travel back. And just lightly stretch out your hips, your shoulders. You can kind of rock in this stretch. And then we'll exhale, bring yourself here for a moment, back on your side. Top arm is going to push into the floor. And we'll exhale, sit up. Bottom arm, top leg, down and up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the top arm down. Bend your top knee. Come up through a sitting position. And I just want you to rock the hips forward and back. Good. So you're kind of just giving a little release here to your spine. Forward and back. Adelante. Atrás. Good. Adelante. Y atrás. Let's bring your two knees, one on top of the other, and then sliding the legs around to the opposite side. Here we go. Let's come to the floor. And you're resting now. This is my right arm down. Los dos brazos arriba. Un brazo arriba. And then your arms together. So now let's just exhale and lift the leg. Lift the arm. Un poco de lágrimas. Always gotta have some tears. About what time is it? It's probably 6:15. Good. And then from here, you're gonna hold those limbs lifted. Fold at the knee, fold at the forearm here. Exhale and extend. Exhale and extend. So you really feel your bicep, your quadricep, your ceps. Doing some work here to help you hold those limbs in the air. Good. And then let's hold the top leg circles ever so slightly. And then it circles ever so slightly the other way. And then exhale, your arm circles and it circles the other way. Good, and then you're gonna fold at the knee, take your top arm back, your top knee forward, adelante, and then estiramos aquí un ratito. Try to let your limbs release as best they can right here. And then we're gonna exhale, empujamos, you'll push your top hand into the floor. Lift the top leg, lift the bottom arm down and up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bringing that arm down, squeezing your knees up. So now you're kind of coming into a little W shape, and we'll just stretch our hips. Adelante y atrás. Muy bien. Adelante y atrás. Good. So now let's go ahead and find your weights wherever they are. And we'll come into a seated position. Oh, I was so close. It was 6:12 it must have been when there were tears. So let's just start seated, comfortable. And I want you to pull your weights here up in front of you. So you're going to stretch your right arm or whichever arm out and then up, down, and then in. Then the left arm can travel up, down, and in. So we'll go out and up, down, and in. Left arm out, up, down, and in. Brazo derecho, out, up, down, in. Brazo izquierdo, afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro. Let's try that same thing. 2 arms 5 times. Out and up, down and in. Take it out and up, down and in. Take it out, up, down, in. 2 más. Up, down, in. Afuera, arriba, abajo, adentro. Good. So now just take your 2 arms. 2 elbows are going to reach out to the side. Good. Now we're going to go out and up, down, and in. So take out and up, now down and in. Take it out and up, down and in. 2 more. Out and up and down and in. Last time. Out and up, now down and in. Very nice. Take a moment to circle your neck here. Good. And then take your one arm, this is my right arm. I'm going to take the weight over my left knee sweep and let it hover right over my right knee. So I'm just gonna go over and now drawing little rainbows here with my arm. Good, here we go. Take 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and that's enough. Let's try that other side. Again, check in with your neck. Make sure you stay released. The more released you are through your neck, ribs, shoulders, the better the arm is going to work. So make sure you know that that's what we're aiming for. If you need to put some little cat-cows or neck stretches in there. Está una buena idea. So here you go. Let the arm come atrás. Cruzamos. Bueno. Keeping the palm facing up. Out and in. Good. Across and back out. Across, back out. Across, back out. Across, back out. Good. Now you'll take your 2 weights together and let's unfold our legs here. I'm going to come this way just so you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to inhale, sit up, and then exhale, scoop your belly in as you come back. So inhale, and so you're holding the weights just right in front of your chest. Good. So that one more time. Now hold. Reach one arm across your chest, opposite arm across. Good. Crossing and in. Cross 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 and in. One more, each arm. Muy bien. Good. So now open the knees, bring your palms together, weights facing up. And we're going to exhale, squeeze the knees as you take the weights up, open the arms. Good. So you'll come down, and then we'll open, come down, and then we'll open, coming down, and then we'll open, come down, and open, coming down, and open. This time we're going to hold on the down and lift the weights. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Inhale, bring all of that in, and exhale, take your 2 weights up. I'm going to turn and face this way. You don't need to do the adjusting, it's just so you can see me. So you're going to pump the arms into the air, and we'll go 10, 9, and 8, and 7. So this is with the elbows moving wide, targeting muscles of the back, muscles of the shoulder. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring your 2 weights together. Take your forearms back, checking in with your neck, and then up 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5. So this is working the triceps. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Excellent. Let's bring all of that back down. Set your weights to the side for a moment. I'm going to take and sweep my arms over one more time, coming onto all fours. Let's try this. So I'm going to come right back up onto my knees for a moment, and now take my right leg forward. Good. And then from here, I'm going to come and just stretch into this hip, and then exhale, release, and pull back. So getting a stretch in my hamstring. So you'll inhale, let the hips come forward, and exhale, reach the hips and knees back out. Good. Stretch, reach the hips forward, head up, and exhale, pushing back. Good. Try that one more time. Forward. Good. Maybe holding this forward position. You're reaching the leg or the arm closest to the computer screen out. Good. And then from here, walk the foot across the midline and stretch back. And then from here, let the knee come down, and you can take a little pigeon stretch. And again, circle your neck. If it feels nice, bring your forearms a little closer to the floor. Try to even out your weight between right and left. And then we'll just push with our hands, walk our weight back up. Take your one hand behind you, maybe stretching towards that back leg. Good. And then we're going to pick up the back leg, sweep it around, and then I'm going to come onto all fours with the opposite side facing the computer screen. All right, so let's exhale, come up, and then this time I'm going to bring my left foot forward, and then just hands here to the floor, and then I'm going to stretch, reach my hips back, and then exhale, stretch and reach my hips forward. Stretch, reach back, let the back be long, let the head go, and then we'll come adelante, and then atrás, adelante, coming forward, and atrás. Right, let's try that one more time. Oh, I'm just enjoying. So you guys, be experimental here for a second. You can let the weight of your head really deeply stretch your back. And then you're going to exhale, let the hips move forward. So the hips coming forward, and then reach the arm closest to the computer screen back. Good. Exhale, pushing in. Now walk your front foot across your mat, and then let that hip really, let the femur bone drop in the hip socket. This is this big stretch of the back. Good. Also, IT band outside of the front leg. Good. And then you're going to move the weight forward once again. Bend the knee, take it down, and just stretch in a pigeon stretch for a moment. Good. So one practice of pigeon can have you lift and open your chest and really move it forward. You might have more movement there after doing some of the camel pose. So sternum really moves forward. And then the next thing you can do is come into that deeper, move your sternum closer to the floor. Good. And then we'll think about coming right back up, bending your back knee, right? So you don't have to take your hand to your foot, but if you get there comfortably, might as well see what that's all about. Good. And then we're just going to exhale and pull that leg forward. And then we're going to slowly start making our way back down to the mat. I think we are. Oh, yes. Perfect timing. So here we go. Let's take a second to just bring ourselves back down. Now open your arms for a minute in a nice wide shape as you let the legs once again float side to side. Perhaps also circle and circle the other way. As you bring your arms in over your chest. You can now take the arms overhead, your feet to the floor, and then just lightly let the knees sway side to side. And then from here you can pause, let the knees open, the hips pull together. You can bring your hands behind your head. This time, instead of thinking about your belly, let your arms do the lifting of your head. And this is to really stretch the back of the neck and the upper back. So your head
is really being held by your arms here. And you can take your neck kind of side to side. And then let's exhale, let that come down. Your knees can pull up. Walk your 2 feet wide and then stretch over to one side. Stretch over to the opposite side. Letting this hip, front of the hip really release. And you'll stretch a little differently the wider your feet are. So you might see how wide you can take your feet comfortably and then stretch one side. Opposite side. Good, and then we're gonna let soles of the feet once again pull in, or maybe take your 2 legs long, open up, and let's just spend a few breaths here together on the floor. Allow each breath to become a little deeper, a little fuller. If it's helpful to put a pause between your inhale and your exhale, you can explore that as well. And then let's use a couple breaths to just wiggle our fingers and toes lightly. Circle the ankles, circle your wrists. And then let's slowly draw the knees, arms back over you, rocking side to side, lado y lado. And we can roll to one side and press through the arms to find seated. And just bring the palms together before the heart. Bow the head, close the eyes. Your practice is a gift. Tu práctica es un regalo. Muchas gracias. Thank you. Namaste. We made it. Friday.
How's the teaching going at the Y? Are you still teaching there?
I am. I'm teaching 3 classes a week. It's okay. I mean, I think